To Whom This May Concern by Jill Scott. Now, when you say Jill Scott, you're not just talking about a singer, you're talking about a living legend. Put some respect on Miss Scott. This is a poet from Philly who helped define the sound of grown and sexy, the sound of being grounded, black love since the turn of the millennium. Her debut project, Who is Jill Scott? Words and Sounds Volume 1, changed the temperature of R&B and soul. One of the foremothers of neo soul. It made genuine and vulnerable people feel royal. To Whom This May Concern continues that tradition. It's reflective, intimate, and confident without being aggressive. Jill has always sounded like someone who knows who she is, and more importantly, knows who she's not. That clarity runs through this project. As for recent news, Jill continues to thrive as both a performer and an actress. She's toured nationally, reminding audiences that her live vocals are still on point, still elite. On personal tip, she's been open about motherhood um, and how it's shaping her perspective on her art. There's a grounded joy in her recent interviews that I've noticed. It's like someone who's done the work and now living in alignment with the highest version of herself. She had a visceral moment I was watching on Breakfast Club where I don't remember exactly what the question was, but it's a moment of reflection for Jill, and she was saying, and she was struggling to say, struggling through the happy tears, um, that her career unfolded exactly the way that she wanted it to. Whatever that specific level is that we may consider, like she's still a legend, but maybe she doesn't sell out stadiums, right? But she didn't even want that. That's not what her target was. Her target was, to sell out a theater. Her target is to sell out a club, to be intimate with the people, and to be still playing and going to those intimate type spaces, even though she's reached this like certain level of acclaim. And that is the lane that she has carved out, and she is still doing that because she's true to this. I freaking love to see her able to manifest that. That word manifestation comes in a little bit later also, but man, um, all that energy, that specific kind of energy, um, it's written all over this project. The production on To Whom It May Concern is live, it's organic, it's warm. You can almost hear the room. The musicianship is layered but never busy. There's real instrumentation happening. Bass lines that walk rather than loop. Drums are crisp and they snap, but never overwhelming. The drums and bass feel human. They swing. There's pockets. Nothing feels programmed, but no, overly produced, over programmed, um, over processed. It creates space for Jill Scott's voice to glide and do the work and do her work. Jill layers her harmonies in a way that feels like a choir of one, and she moves between singing and spoken word effortlessly. That poetic cadence is still there. It's controlled and it's intentional. The spoken word lays strategically throughout the project. Neo soul, jazz, fusion, textures, all over this thing give you these soft moments. They're warm. It's subtle jazz. The guitar licks throughout this whole thing. It feels like a late night um, lounge setting. Like it's candlelit. It's refined, but it's not pretentious, right? Dope shit is the opening number on this thing. It kicks off the album. with a little bit of a light swagger. Jill's voice rides the rhythm that feels both thoughtful and playful, like she's whispering wisdom over a deep groove. Beautiful People is very much aspirational. It's soulful, it's uplifting. It's the lead single for a reason. The groove is warm with these jazzy flourishes. The bass line carries a gentle bounce. I get why people are loving this track. On this um, program here, we have 383,000 plays. Um, as of recording, I get why people are liking it. It's not for me specifically. It's not one of the ones that like really hit hard for me. It's a good track though. It's a good song, and I see why people like it. It's not worth nothing on this project is worth skipping. So at least play it. At least play it once, especially on your first listen, because she presumes and she is intending that folks listen through to this as an album. I am an advocate for listening to albums. This is what this whole channel is about. I don't do playlists over here. I don't do what this particular single came over here. Matter of fact, when singles come out for these projects, I hardly ever listen to the singles. I wait till the project comes out. It's like a little trailer, a little teaser. I don't want that. I hardly listen to EPs. Every once in a while I do. But she says it herself. And finally an artist speaks that truth that I've been trying to like freaking advocate for years now. Is listening to full albums. There's some artists out here that are trying to put projects together, top to bottom, from song selection to the feature selection to the cure the sequencing, all the way to if it's what is it the segues, right? From song to song, and the illusions from song to song. So Jill Scott did this from the rooter to the tutor on this thing. Um, and I'll get a little bit more to that a little bit later. But North Side is one of my favorites on this thing. North Side has Tierra Whack on there, um, and who knew? Well, I guess you might know. She spoke, she does spoken word, but like, man, this joint is my jam. Um, Jill Scott is spitting on this thing. She's got some bars for that ass too. She's singing and she's spitting. It's a Thursday. She goes right. It kind of like it's a kind of like skips in there right with the record scratching in there, and I left my blues in the back of the second drawer in my nightstand. I'm too busy giving sounds paprika your taste. Ma oja. I'm so high listening to Primo Vision. It's a Thursday, and I left my blues in the back of the second drawer in my nightstand. I'm too busy giving sounds paprika your taste. Mama, oja. I'm so high, listen to Primo Vision. I add a whole woman of grace in every color, every spectral prism. Go ahead and say that twice. Every bar that I spit is from living and light. She nice. You think I didn't see that? You think I don't see that? My glow shines from the solar plex of my being. Oh, she's sweet and she tough. I could give you my all, but is it ever enough? They stay chatting about my body on IG. Say I'm a mean bitch. I'm in the Illuminati. But ain't nowhere near around here. But I write these songs. When I write these songs, when I light my spliff, when it's supposed to be when I light my spliff. This was a mistake in the lyrics there. When I raise my son, atone for my sins. When I stack my papes. When I deal with these men, none of them could ever be me. JILLSCOTT. In the place to be. North Philly, baby. Loved the way that she answers that. And then Tierra Wax comes in with her verse. And then there's an echo of North Philly, baby in there, right? Um, One of the more powerful tracks that you definitely gotta check out, even if it's going to be a standalone thing, um, that you got to keep coming back to is Ashe. Ashe is, man. This whole project from top to bottom is curated, and it ends it with "I sincerely do," which is like this is my closing statement. And all these things that I said, all these things that I hope you tapped into while you listen to this project, I hope that they resonate with you. I sincerely do. Love that final track. It's a perfect way to close out a project. But right before this, she kind of gives like a benediction, and the benediction is Ashe. This is a Yoruba word, and I just learned it today, and I love that I know this now, and hopefully I pass this on to you, and that you can like um, insert it into your universe, and that you can appreciate it for what it's saying here. Um, Ashe is is this a powerful spiritual concept? Like I said, in this West African area where Yoruba language is, Yoruba tradition is prominent. It means that it's like sort of saying that the life force that makes things happen is talking to that thing. It's talking to the power to create, to speak, to manifest into being. It's a word on divine authority, on the spiritual energy. I'm not I'm not specifically a spiritual person myself, but every once in a while I feel like a glimpse of something out there greater than, not to say that's in control or anything, but like there's something else. There's like a gravity that's tying people together, that's tying experiences together, that's keeping the universe in rotation. Um, Not saying it's omni, it's omni powerful or anything like that, but it's sometimes feels like something's out there that's listening, that's watching. Um, so be it, right? Is a track from from the clips, and Ashe sort of means like this is existence as it is. It is what it is. Is that sort of like energy, right? And it's also again manifesting this thing into existence. So let it be done. It is spoken, therefore it is. There's power to it. You say something and there's power to that thing that you say. So ashe, ashe. It's not just a word. It's activation. It's bringing something to life that was once just a concept. Love that. Love that she ends the project like that. Like I said, second to last thing on there. Uh, but definitely would be remiss if I didn't shout out. To be honest, this is a couple tracks earlier. JID is on this joint. He adds this rhythm that lifts while staying true to Jill Scott's core. Her delivery here is confident. It's rooted. It's intertwined with JID's verse that feels conversational rather than competitive. It's clever. It's candid. It's like two friends sharing um, perspectives on um, maybe just like what do you think about this song? How does should this go? What do you think about this beat? What do you think about this perspective? Just like I could feel like almost like I'm in the room for like the creative process that went into making the thing. It's so weird, right? But it's freaking beautiful. It's a match made in soulful heaven. If there's a single track though that I definitely want to like that could make a playlist on this thing, it would be "Lifting Me Up." "Lifting Me Up" is it's a DC track. I'm in the DMV, and it's got this subtle kind of, it's not even but it's like it's so pronounced. There's go-go music here. At the end of the track, she even says, "Man, in the live show, this is gonna go for like 20 minutes, cause that joint goes, There's like a bubbling up energy that's happening that the go-go music is tapping into underneath, but it's still soul, right? And it's still fully in her lane. I love that energy. Again, from the top to bottom, this project is well curated. It is intentional, all the way down to the even the freaking the cover art. Shout out to Marcellus Lovelace. He is the artist, also known as Infinito 2017. You know, he's the artist that put this image together. He already had the image. It's the what they added for the album, I believe, is to whom this may concern, right? And shout out to Infinito 2017 because he also does music himself, right? So this is some stunning artwork and it fits the ethos of this project altogether. You see this woman on here where she is bare for the world to see, but she says that I am my body. You see that written on her arm. I am my whole self from the rooter to the tutor, from the tip of my tippy toes to the top of my hair, right? And I am free and I am in and of myself and I am naked before you and I'm not hiding anything about any parts of me. It's very and with the words there, like bringing it home in case you didn't fully recognize, right? And it says right there at the very center, we can save ourselves. Your rules are nothing. I got this, right? And I am in my full awareness of all of it. Um, this is a masterpiece, not just of art. It's a celebration of our culture and a statement of black excellence. We need to honor this thing for its uplift and the continuation of the legacy. And the journey doesn't end here, but this is a good statement point, a good place to plant a freaking flag. Over the 2 decades in the game, Jill Scott is still delivering. She still hasn't lost her sense of discovery and timelessness. Miss Scott is giving us permission to feel deeply and without apology. While R&B often can be polished and, like I mentioned before, rinse and repeat. You know what I mean? It can lose some of its rawness. Um, she is providing some R&B moments in here, but she never loses her soul. She sings about desire. She sings about rawness, about disappointment, evolution, and the messy beauty of it all, of becoming your full and unapologetic self. There's feelings of freedom and fearlessness all throughout this project. This thing is not going to tell you how to feel, but it's holding space for you to be who you are, wherever you are in that journey. Um, Falling in love, putting yourself back together after defeat, finding a new lane, finding some new footing. There's going to be something here for you, and it will find you if you sit in this art. It could be it could be an album of the year contention type work. It's definitely a cat. You know, is I mean her career is she's still doing her thing. She hasn't hinted of it, but like man, this project is not anybody that's trying to put out trying to put out some like nostalgia piece. Hey, remember when I used to do this stuff? No, this is like for the here and now. We need a lot of healing in the here and now, and she's speaking to that moment. The atmosphere is warm. It's intentional. Um, it's made for these like porch conversations. Maybe a Sunday afternoon. You're just having another your second latte, or maybe you're at brunch, and you're getting introspective. You're feeling that second French 75, my personal, right? Um, and you're in a space where you can have unfiltered, true conversations. This soul music was created to feed your soul.